Hi, this is Jim, and I'm the New Hampshire rock guy, and we're out on another one of my mining adventures. Wow, look at this spar here. It's just falling out of the mine walls, and there's so much more to see. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Feel all 6 sides of the tourmaline crystal. What would be west into the Connecticut River Valley and the mountains of Vermont.
World-class beryl crystals, both aquamarine and golden.
If you look hard enough, you'll find something it's facing.
Get ready for a fantastic journey of this incredible mine. It's Jim Pecora, the New Hampshire rock guy, and we're filming in Gilsum, New Hampshire, outside what was the Gilsum Village Store, and we have a new sign right above us. This is Old Settlers Cidery, so they make hard cider here. You can come on Friday nights, taste it, and take some home. But right now we're going to talk about rocks. And we're going to do, so as far as the way this day is going to go, we're going to explain some of what's on the table. I don't have to go through everything, but we're going to do a quick walking tour here in town. We're going to go down past the church. We're going to walk back up, talk about the memorial that's here in the center. And then we don't actually have to walk, so I could just address it right now. But the Historical Society building, which is right behind maybe 2 houses, third building up on the other side. Because of COVID, we didn't ask them to open it this morning, but normally on a tour like this, which starts at 10 a.m. and ends at 2 p.m. and it goes further if people wish, they open it and let us in. And part of the Historical Society collection is the former, Bunk Maloney, former resident of Gilsum. Bunk was the postmaster. He actually lived, I think he lived in one or both of these houses over time. The post office is directly across the street from us right now. But Bunk Maloney was the founder of the Gilsum Rock Sock, and the last remaining, I'm going to word it this way, remnants of his collection is in the Historical Society, which means that people took all the good stuff, you know, family, friends, whoever, had access to his minerals after he's gone, and but still, it's a nice collection. Twice the size of this table. A lot of the local rocks, which is what I have on the middle board here that we share with everyone, and then rocks from elsewhere in New Hampshire. Bunk was also a lapidarius, and what a great life. He got paid as a postmaster, but then he made money in the mining and rock business, but then he also wound motors when there was no mail to deliver in the back of the building, I understand, for one of the tea companies, so he got paid for doing that. So a real entrepreneur, but he did lapidary work as well, and the museum is very pleased to have a very rare cat's eye from this locality. We have a lot of beryl here, which we'll talk about the history of that when we go to the memorial. But cat's eye beryl from the local mines is quite unusual. So that just means that when he did the cabochon, which would be most likely oval and with a dome top, that piece of beryl has a beautiful asterism attached to the light, the star format. We have Bunk to thank for so many things here within Gilsum and Alston and the surrounding area that have to do with rocks. So what I'd like to go over first is this particular mineral display board is an example of what is out in the mines today. So we will be able to go collect rocks, and you've got a bunch of just different things well labeled. If you have any questions, let us know. I'll just go through it really quick from the top. We've got rock quartz, rose quartz, smoky quartz, milky quartz, and then feldspar. And quartz has many more colors than this. Amethyst is quartz, citrine, but we don't have much amethyst or citrine in this area. But feldspar we have a lot of, and feldspar, when it has smoky quartz, you put the two of them together, you get something called graphic granite. That's very easy to find, and it makes incredible jewelry. And of all the pieces I brought today, I didn't bring one. Sorry. So down on the bottom, we've got fluorite, Stroll, which is your garnets, biotite, black mica, muscovite. This is apatite crystals, but they're green, so it's manganese that makes it green in the apatite. That's from a mine that's just up the road we're going to stop right at. We've got Clevelandite, and then this red one, a lot of people will ask about that. That is heat-treated feldspar. So if you took a big piece of feldspar and you made a fire pit in the round, and you had enough fires, the iron content within the feldspar will come to the surface and it will turn red. We believe, well, we found this in the mines. It could have been a fire when I was a kid. It could have been a fire from the miners. We don't know. But anyway, we have in our yard lots of heat-treated feldspar because we have lots of crystal rock. We have a couple other examples of quartz. Okay, we have big chunks of quartz, and these ones here are examples of quartz crystals. And this one here is from the Wise Mine, which is in Westmoreland. We're not far, but we're not close. But the cool thing is on this one, we have Mike to thanks for bringing this, and he found this right in his backyard in Alsted, and it has a bunch of little pockets in it and beautiful quartz crystals.
Nice.
So if you haven't had a chance to look at that up close, this is a prepped rock, so it's been cut down to size and it's got little feet on it.
Yeah.
So that's part of what I do is crystal rock arts. Here's your graphic granite, and this is in a state called slabbed, and it gets from slabbed, it would get trimmed down into something that could be finally shaped and made into a pendant. But this has a beautiful sheen to it as well. So the big story though here for the mines is mica, and what we have here, I know it's hot in the sun, so we're gonna get out of here and start walking around where we can cool down. But these are actually mica-made components that came from Carolina mica, but it shows that this is what a mica crystal. Now sometimes it could be much thicker, but a natural crystal gets trimmed down into these, and then these get punched or drilled or whatever to put holes in them. I can't tell you the exact uses of these, but the variety on these are just endless. So I was very happy when I found this mica dealer in North Carolina. He sells most of this for artwork at this point in time. But this is the real story of Alsted mica, because mica was the first mined material, the oldest mined material. So mica was mined for 100 plus years before 120, 30 years before feldspar became what was mined, and then after feldspar became beryl. And we'll again talk about beryl across the street.
Can you grind up mica and melt it into a special kind of crystalline glass?
You can. I don't know about the melting it. You can grind it up, and it becomes just like graphite that you get for a stuck lock. You buy a tube of graphite. It's just like that. Really slick, really slippery. But recombining it, they recombine flakes, small flakes into lampshades and stuff. But I'd have to research that. Good question. So anyway, this piece of mica and others, I didn't bring out the largest ones that we have with us here today. If anybody wants to see them, let me know. But if a piece of mica, 8 by 10 is less than a full sheet of paper, but it's a standard photo size. This would be mica in the world this big is 1/10 of 1% of all mica. Does that make sense? Am I saying it right? So 80% of all mica in the world is no bigger than a can't be cut to a 3 by 3 square. So 80% of the mica is going to make all these small components. Large mica had special uses way back when, and this is not a mica lecture, so I can't go into all the uses, but it's got a translucency that you can see. So it was used as a form of glass. But we had mica crystals just up the street, 3 to 4 times this size. In the state of New Hampshire, there's the records of a single mica book that wouldn't fit in the back of a pickup truck. So this is, let's talk about 1/10 of 1%. That's like, 1,000th of 1%. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But anyway, very rare. But we had super huge mica, and that's what ruled the economy here for a very, very long time, was mica mining. So
Jim.
yes.
So in Keene history, there was a factory that burnt down that, believe it or not, used to make mica screens for fireplaces and wood stoves.
Oh,
And
yes.
for these little, what were they called?
They were
In an old
used
bottle
as the
dump, we
fuses.
found these little fuses that had little mica circles in them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The end of the
I
fuse.
should have brought them today for show and tell. But
And they're circles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they use
Alright.
it as like a cap almost.
So, two things that I see in your comment there. Thank you very much. The mica was often used. A big use of mica was when coal stoves, but they didn't call them coal stoves. They were called anthracite. When indoor stoves that could burn all night without you having to get up and put wood on, that was remarkable. And mica was the window because it can't burn. Okay, the properties of mica is it's water repellent, it's oil repellent, it's electrical repellent. So it's an insulator. It can't burn, so on and so forth. So that's why I don't think it can be reconstituted, as you were mentioning. But it could be combined with something else and made into it. So now the little ones that you're talking about and a factory, after the early anthracite coal stoves and can you imagine those modern kitchen ones that did have wood and you cooked on it? So I don't remember them being in that. But after that, furnaces. That was the big need for round ones. So when oil became much more the desired medium for a while of heating, a lot of the windows on an oil furnace, there was often a little piece of metal you put aside, and there was mica that you could look in and see how well the flame was burning without opening the door.
You can still find perfect circles of mica if you kick over the moss
I'd
on the
love
side
to go.
of Beaverbrook.
That's really
Tell me
cool.
when to go. I'll be there.
Okay. I'll have to show you
Yeah, I'd
sometime.
like to see that. So anyway, and I'm not going to read this to you, but the museum has produced the first of many fact sheets. We had to cream a lot on here, but these are all items owned by the museum, photographed by me, and this is a mica fun facts, and we'll eventually have a feldspar fun fact and a quartz and beryllium ones as well. So let me just put these in the. Oh, well, let's see. The last thing, I just brought some examples of lapidary work. It's not all, these are not all done by me. All the white snow quartz are from Burrow Mountain, and all of this was done by me and several of the others. But anyway, it was here as an example of lapidary. I was supposed to have one other board like this that I thought came with us, and it just didn't make it. But it showed each of our local minerals and how they can be polished. So anyway, we'll put these away again if anyone wants to look at them later. So we don't need to walk up there. 2 walking stops here. Then we're going to get in our cars, go 2 miles up. We're going to stop on the side of the road, and we're going to talk about that particular mine, which was a very successful World War II mica mine. But just from the road, and then we'll go a little bit further up and stop and see a couple of mines in a row. Then we're going to drive 4 or 5 miles beyond that, and we're going to go to one of the oldest mica mines in the area, which is really heavy in the black stroll, the tourmaline. You can get huge pieces of that in this particular mine operation. It's called the Lyman Mines. But the other part of this story, this is a historical walking tour, so we are going to walk, but we're driving as well. The subtitle to this is The Hollows of Southwestern New Hampshire, and the story I'm going to tell as we go, we're just going to go straight out this one road, never turning, we'll turn off of it a couple of times, but we're traversing out, and we're going to stop at 3 locations that have hollow tunnels beneath the road. And so that's why this particular section of southwestern New Hampshire in East Alstead, we're in Gilsum, we're going to go to East Alstead. All of those sites are in East Alstead. The most prolific number of mines are in Alstead and East Alstead, and then the other towns surrounding us as well. So that's the overview. We can pause. Thank you.